Chef Cell was recorded on a cell phone in front of a fake audience.
Hey guys, Chef Cell right here. That's right, week 5. Can you believe it? It's unbelievable. Listen, we're going through the alphabet. The most Googled recipes by state. And we did all the A's, and now we're into C already, California. And we're gonna make California fish tacos. Very easy, very simple. You can change these ingredients up if you want here and there. It's not a big deal as long as you're in California when you make it. Okay, first thing you want to do, preheat the oven to 450. Yeah, we're not going to fry these babies. People think, oh, you're going to bread it, right? And you're going to add some spice. You're going to fry it, right? No, it's California. You know, they like to stay healthy over there. How you doing, California? All right? Okay, first thing I want to tell you about is this half of a small, why am I talking to you like your first graders? It's half of a small red cabbage. That's all it is. Slice it in half and shred it, see? And mix it with juice of 1 lime, a little bit of salt, maybe a teaspoon. Make it 2 teaspoons if it's a lot of cabbage. It depends on how big your medium small is. You know the deal. And let it sit and keep mixing it around as you're setting things up. Now I had this out in the studio here for about an hour, so I've already did the mixing. It's gonna sweat on you, Johnny. That's the salt grabbing the excess moisture out of the cabbage. That's okay, that's okay. This is gonna go on as the one of the ingredients that you make the little tacos with. Speaking of little tacos, get some of these. You know what these are, right? Yeah, tortillas. We like the corn, you can get flour, it's okay. Like I told you, in Chef Cell's kitchen, follow the recipe and make changes as you like. You know, this was supposed to be creme fraiche that is going in our delicious avocado crema. I'm using yogurt. You see what I mean? It's just, as long as it's in the same family, you know. I mean, don't put a muffler in there if they ask for lime juice. Okay, a cup of corn flour. I think in the store they might be calling it masa, you know, or masada, or masaka. Corn flour, sheesh, 1 cup. And we're gonna bathe these little pieces of cod. I might as well show you now. See, about 1 inch. I mean, you can't cube a fish, can you? No, I'll call it a cube anyway. Just 1 inch by 1 inch, the best you can do. You can get it frozen. Get it frozen if you want. They might have it fresh too. You wanna get a pound. Get a pound, you'll be okay. That makes maybe 4 to 6 tacos in this size shell. You can get the bigger taco shells if you want. I'm calling them shells, I know they're tortillas. But now we're moving into taco land, so you have to use the right words, you know? Taco shells. So this corn flour here, we're gonna mix a little bit of cumin, a little bit of garlic powder, maybe a little paprika, maybe, you know, a teaspoon each to the cup of corn flour that you have. I'm putting chili powder in mine, a little bit of cayenne. Don't put a lot of cayenne. This stuff, I'm telling you, it'll sneak up on you. Half a teaspoon, 1/4 of a teaspoon per cup of flour is fine. And I want to salt mine up. I like to salt up what I call the dust, which is all the stuff I just showed you. Instead of having it come out of the oven or the oil, whatever you're doing, and salting it there. You could do it either way. You could do it both. My wife will do it both, trust me. She likes salt, what can I say? And that's it. Take yourself a whisk it around. I could smell the cumin, and I got to tell you, when you're doing anything with this kind of a Tex-Mex flavor, don't skimp on the cumin, I'm telling you. I don't know, a lot of recipes that they show, they don't say enough cumin, you know, you got to say the cumin, say it. Say it! Now, that's gonna go over here. I'm gonna dip these things in there, shake them around, shake them off, and then I'm gonna put them on a parchment-lined, non-rimmed cookie sheet, put it in the oven, middle rack, 450, check it after 10 minutes. It's gonna start browning on the bottom and around the edges, and then you just take it out. and then you make your tacos. It's not a big deal, as I always say. It's going to be the name of my show from now on. It's not a big deal. All right. In the meantime, blender. Everybody has a blender. If not, open a bank account. In this blender for this crema that we're making, I made a crema last week, didn't I? Yeah, when we were back in the A's. Anyway, this is a little bit different. It's still going to be an avocado. And I have a really, really nice one. Actually, it came growing on the tree, split already. I don't know how. See? And we've done this many times before. I'm going to show you how to cube it right here on live TV. Here we go. Stop with the music. All right? And crosswise. Same thing with the other one. Nothing crazy. Everybody's going to live except the avocado. But this avocado is going in here. And it's going to be a very happy avocado because we're doing it justice, you know. What was it going to do? You know, get eaten in the morning with a spoon? I mean, it's going into a flavorful crema. Yeesh. All right, get it in there. All right, easy stuff. Juice of 2 limes. Right over that avocado. I mean, avocado and limes, they're kind of like cousins. As soon as they get into Mexico, they become cousins. It's just the way it goes. I know I say Mexico, it's Tex-Mex. It's Cal-Mex, actually. California fish tacos. Here, it's about a cup of Greek yogurt. Now, what we want to do is we want to pulse this a little bit and get it going. And then as we need it, we're going to add water so it becomes kind of like a flowy liquid, but thick liquid. All right, that looked good. And now just a little bit of coriander. Gives a little bit of sweetness. That's about a quarter, I'm sorry, of a teaspoon. Get that in there. Top on. And I'm going to spare you the sound, so we're just going to pulse this. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Now, I'm going to show you where we are right now. You see, it's not flowy. It's not flowy. Let's make it flowy. So we're going to add water a little at a time. And you'll start seeing the whirlpool effect. You know, it starts going around like that. Maybe a little bit lumpy, bumpy. That's good. You know, a little bit thick is fine too, but don't go too watery. You know, you got to give it to the cat. All right, let's get it going. Okay. So I'm going to pour it into this mixing cup so you can see actually the thickness. And I used about almost 3/4 of a cup of water to get it the right way. That's going to depend on the size of your limes. It's going to depend on the size of your avocado. You know what I'm saying? So you see, I want you to see. See, it's plumpy. It's a little plumpy, but it's not water. This is exactly what we want. Perfect. See, it looks like almost melted soft serve stales. See that? Okay, beautiful. Nice job, me. We'll put this over here. And now I want to get the last part of the, I guess you call it the prep part of the show. I'm going to take these cod pieces and just going to put them right in there. They're going right in. Into that flour and spice mixture that we made with a little bit of salt. And that's it. I mean, I'm going to get me a spoon. Slotted spoon's good because you're going to wind up shaking it off anyway, and you need the excess dust to go through the little holes there. And here's how it happens. I mean, it's simple stuff. Now, a lot of people will tell you to leave it in here after you mix it around and let it kind of absorb a little bit more of that powder. But I don't want to. Okay. Shake it out. You can use your fingers or tongs, whatever you have sanitary rules in your house, which we don't. Then you can use your fingers. That's all. I'm just putting it on this paper. I'm at 450 in the oven department. And you can do this with 2 pounds of cod if you're having a party. You could switch over to mahi-mahi, which is really good stuff too. And that'll hold up as well. I wouldn't do it with flaky fish like flounder and fluke and all that. But you can do it with monkfish, which is a really good idea. You can do it with snapper. You'll get the idea. We're not trying to hurt anybody here, you know? And that's it. So I'm gonna put this in the oven, 450. Check it after 10 minutes. You know, give it a little look underneath, make sure it's not browning too much. But once it gets to that nice crispy, once it gets to that nice crispy brown on the bottom, take her out, cool her off, and then we're gonna set up, it's kind of like an assembly line. I mean, you've made a taco before. It's good stuff coming up. I think it's about time. It was about 20 minutes at 450, believe it or not, yes. Now I have a couple of tortillas here, wrapped in a paper towel. Just put it on the stove. I mean, with that oven going at 450, that heat's gonna warm them up. So you're gonna have nice warm tortillas. This is blazing hot, but I have to show it to you. You see, here's the bottoms. See, just a little bit brown. I took it out at the right time. So actually, I tasted one, and it needed a little salt, but I'm glad it did, because I'll tell you why. I told you to salt the dust, all right? Grasshopper? And sometimes you just don't salt it enough. But I'd rather go on the lesser side than the too much side when it comes to salt, because you can't take it out. So I went a little light, and I'm gonna put these in a bowl. And they're kind of flaky on the outside. This flour mixture did cook. I mean, at 450, 20 minutes, so was you. But it did cook. So it's gonna be a kind of a dusty situation, but this is not a batter. This is not a fried. If this was fried, you would see it would be a whole different situation on the outside. So I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. I'm gonna go probably about a half a teaspoon. And you can mix it with your hands if it's not too hot. I mean, you gotta have some kind of nerve, you know? Have a little nerve. All right. So I'm gonna put these here on this paper toweled plate here. And we'll just get ready to build these things. You know, you can build it however you want. This is how I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna start with 4 of these, and I'll just show you. All right, is this a cooking show? Oh, it's a cooking show. Oh, I'm supposed to show you. First one, they're nice and warm. They're nice and flexible, and they're strong too. They'll stand up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now at this point, you could put it flat on the plate. You know, the fancy restaurants do it this way. I like the little holders. Sometimes they put them in holders. That's kind of cool, but I'm not kind of cool. So, you know. And you could do what you want. I have some pickled jalapenos here. I have some Korean hot sauce, which is to die for. Obviously, the lime wedges, the crema that we made, and the lime and salted red cabbage that we sliced up very small and thin, and a Tex-Mex mix of pepper jack cheese and some cheddar, whatever you fancy. You don't have to do the cheese part, because I think the true California tacos don't have the cheese in it, you know, dairy thing. It's okay. It's all okay. So, you know, I had to tell you. Now, my wife likes to put on this hot sauce on the tortilla before, but I like to kind of drip it over because it's better for TV. Put that on there. Oh, it's so nice. And I'm going to put the crema on later. I'm going to put a little bit of this red cabbage on there. Whew, baby. Of course, the jalapenos. I put one at a time to make sure I have them equidistant for each bite that I take. And now our sauce. And as you can see, it's drippy and thick. It's perfect. And I'm just going to put a little bit of lime. I don't want to over lime it because there was lime in that crema. California fish tacos. Baked, not fried. Take care. No. There you have it right there. It's to die for. Now I'm going to fold it up a little bit and have a taste, you know. Oh, by the way, before I do anything, right here, right there, boom, see that? Subscribe, then hit the bell, and you'll be notified for the next one. Now this is our 5th show. We're going to 50 states, ladies and gentlemen. 5-0, all right? So California, you're in the rearview mirror, but we have lots more to do. We have D, E, F, G, well, you know the alphabet. So yeah, it's coming up soon, the next state. And if you're from a particular state, right, down the alphabet, write in your recipe. Maybe I'll use it. Who knows? Who knows? As long as it was searched on Google, because I have to stick true to the theme. All right, I'm going to roll it up and give it a taste. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, as they say. Oh, I dropped that jalapeno. We'll be okay. It was really good, I have to say. So it's kind of broken now, but even so, you know what I have to do. Instagram.
Whatever happened to Gary Cooper? The strong, silent type.
Can't wait for next week. What state is next? Get out your encyclopedia. They're all listed alphabetically. This is Chef Sal. Enjoy this, and I will see you next time.
The San Francisco treat.